Well, specifically, Planned Parenthood, Donald Trump signed this on July 4th, which was a Friday. And on Monday, Planned Parenthood filed an appeal or filed a case in court.
Right. They
With
sought a temporary restraining order. They found a friendly judge, uh, Tawani, over in the District of Massachusetts, and she granted a temporary restraining order Monday, the Monday after,
and
directing the Department of Health and Human Services to ensure that Medicaid funding continues to be
and
dispersed to
did
Planned
this
Parenthood.
was this injunction only for the citizens under her jurisdiction, or was this one of those
Ha!
nationwide injunctions where a local judge or a federal judge that is supposed to be under over just a certain region actually impacts the entire nation?
Well, I'm sure you probably won't be surprised that it is the latter. Now, here's I guess you could say, the part of the silver lining with all of this is that it's a temporary injunction. It lasts for just 2 weeks. Um, and in particular, the hearing, the last I heard, the hearing where the judge will rule whether or not to extend the injunction was supposed to be today. I haven't had a chance to follow up on that to see uh, whether that hearing actually um, was had. And quite frankly, I'm hoping that somehow, some way, um, the Department of Justice is going to step up to the plate and deal rightfully with this before the U.S. Supreme Court.
But right now, the funding is continuing, and it's
That's
possible
correct.
that the funding may continue. This $792 million dollars a year may very well continue until or unless this goes up to the U.S. Supreme Court, and the U.S. Supreme Court strikes down this judge, if they indeed do strike down this judge. Hopefully they will. But how long
Mhm.
could that take? Could they kick the ball down, the can down the road? They're not even in session for a while. They're not going to be in session for a while, I don't think. I've never really known them to come back to session just for a particular case. So
Well, see, this is why when we were chatting about this earlier, this really is about running out the clock.
yes,
Doing whatever they can
because
legally to tie it up in court so that they can continue, as long as they can get a favorable judge that will allow them, essentially, an injunction that will allow the funding until the case is litigated.
because you're looking
Um,
at $792 million cut for
mhm.
1 year with certain exceptions. So we don't know how much of that's still going to be allowed or not. After that ban is in place, we know that probably some of it's going to be allowed during that time. We don't know how much is going to be allowed during that time, but $792 million is cut for 1 year, and currently the cut is not in effect at all. And so what you're going to have is really the funding continuing as the case is fought out in the court. And what portion of that 1 year ban is this going to be fought in the court? We don't know how long this will actually be fought. Could it be that we spend quite a bit of that year actually trying to decide whether they're going to receive the funding or not? And right now they're receiving the funding.
Well, I think, Brian, in particular, now is the time for us in the States to turn up the heat on our attorney general's offices,
Yes.
and as well. Because you know what? I mean, yes, everybody wants to focus on the federal stuff. We need our attorney generals to come up to the plate and say, you know what? The Supreme Court has already struck down this kind of over the top, unconstitutional behavior. We need to make sure that, you know what, all our states, especially those states, I might add, who have attorneys general who are holding themselves out as pro-life candidates, either for re-election or for election. And we need to have them say, hey, are you going to put your name on the line in calling for action to deal swiftly with this unconstitutional injunction?
That's right. And we want to thank everyone for in watching this video. Please share this with your friends. Please share it with your, all of your friends. Share it on social media. We are Personhood Florida. And I know if you're listening in another state, maybe you're watching in another state, Ricardo's from Georgia. There are groups like ours in states throughout this country. If you want to be involved in ending abortion in your county, in your state, in this nation, contact us. You can comment in the comment sections on our live videos. You can also send us a message on Facebook. You can go to our website, personhoodflorida.com. You can email us from there. And we want to encourage you to stand for the protection of every innocent human life, and really to stand for defunding Planned Parenthood. We have shown in this video, in this presentation, we have shown that there is a clear and direct correlation to the amount of federal funding that Planned Parenthood receives and the number of abortions they provide. And they are the leading abortion provider in the nation and even in the world. And I can tell you, from my standpoint, I don't want one penny of my tax dollars going to fund Planned Parenthood. If you want to be involved in what we're doing, we definitely encourage you to pray, but also connect with us. Go to our website, personhoodfl.com. Send us a message. Send us an email from there. Message us on Facebook. Comment in the live videos on Facebook and YouTube. If you're watching this after the fact, you can still comment. You can still get in contact with us, and join us in the effort to defund Planned Parenthood and to protect every innocent human life in our area. We want to encourage you to join us also, and again, share this with others as well.